Hey everybody, thank you so much for showing my first video so much love. I really appreciate all the likes and all the sharing it had. Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about something pretty important, how to tune your guitar. So I have here a classical guitar, already out of tune. I took the liberty for you. What we're going to do is I'm going to teach you 3 ways to tune your guitar. One is going to be the quickest way. The first way I'm going to show you is with using something called a snark tuner. It's like $10 off Amazon.com. It's a cheap little tuner, clips right on, super simple to use. That's probably the quickest way. The second way I'm going to show you is with an app called Guitar Tuna. It's completely free, doesn't cost a penny, and it's what I use all the time. And the third way I'm going to show you is how to do it all on your own, just with nothing but your guitar. That's all it takes. But there's a catch to that one, so I'm going to do that one last. It's a bit more involved. Okay, so here we go. So this is a snark tuner. I just got it off Amazon. Like I said, it's like $10. And it's pretty simple. I'm going to unbox it right in front of you guys so you see what it looks like when you get it, if you get it. Okay. So it comes in like a little package deal, like a little sleeve. You'll probably never use this ever again. Just keep it in your guitar case where it's safe. And this is it. It's a little clip. Little plastic deal on there. And it's just a little clip, and it clips onto your guitar. And then it has a turnable head, that way you can kind of aim it wherever you need to. And it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna clip it on and show you guys how it works. And it's kind of cheap, it's like $10. A lot of people don't get them because they say they don't last, but honestly, I had mine for like a solid year. I just took care of it, didn't let it float around the house. Just keep it in your guitar case. So, here's my headstock of the guitar. Just gonna clip it on, and I'm just gonna turn this towards me so I can see it. And it's even picking up, yep, it's picking up my notes right now. So here's how it works. I'm gonna point this at the camera so you guys can see it, and I'm just gonna go based off the camera. So, oh, very important. Very important is the order of the strings, which I haven't showed you guys yet. If you're a beginner, you probably might already know this. So the top string here, that's the E string. And this is the order from the top of the guitar to the bottom. E, A, D, G, B, and E again. These last strings are the exact same letter. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way and you know what to tune towards, this is called standard tuning. So I'm gonna angle this towards you guys so you can see it, and I'm gonna turn it on. Oh, it's already on. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pluck that top E string. So it shows I'm a little flat. Flat means you're below where you need to be. Sharp means you're above. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pluck that string and I'm just gonna tune it up. And it's picking it up. That's where we wanna be, right in the middle. If you go more, it's gonna show that you're sharp. You wanna be in that dark green area. So we're just gonna go back down. And you kinda wanna hit it and just don't touch it for a second to make sure it doesn't go up or down. So it seems to be staying still. That's good. Also very important, make sure you're only hitting one string at a time, because you don't want it to pick up a different sound, and it'll make it harder. Okay, so A string. That one wasn't too far off. Let's go up a little. See how it jumped a little? It's gonna chill right there for a minute, hit it again. Okay, very good. D string. Pretty flat on that one. A little sharp. Let's go down a little. Still a little sharp. Let's go down a little. We're good. G string. So this shows we're at F sharp. So we're pretty flat. We need to go higher, and it's gonna switch from F sharp to G. There we go. You just got to go up or down till you find your letter. There's G. This is the B string. We're pretty flat. Oops. There we go. And this is the last, or the high E string. Okay, let's see how it sounds. This is a G chord. Sounds good. And it's picking up a G as I do the chord. That's how you know you're on. So that's how you use a snark tuner. It's really simple, it's really easy, and it's cheap. So if you want to do that, it's a really quick, tool to have handy, but you don't need it. Here's something else I'm going to show you, and it's called the Guitar Tuna app, 100% free. So here we go. Okay guys, so here's the next way. This is with the Guitar Tuna app, so I'm using my wife's phone for this. This is what the app looks like. You can get it for Android or iOS. I'm not sure if that's coming out backwards or what on the video once it's finished, but that's the icon. It's just a little green guitar pick with the black background. Once again, that's Guitar Tuna, like the fish. And just hit install. That's what it looks like. You can get it on Android or iOS, and it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. So go ahead and install that. And once it's done, you're just gonna hit open. Yeah, just swipe to continue through these little. You're just gonna ask you for microphone access. You just hit the green button to allow it. That way you can pick up your guitar. Choose your instrument to get started. So we're gonna choose a guitar. Continue with the free version. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so this is the main screen of the app. So let's see here. I'm gonna pick up my guitar and I'm gonna detune it again. And I'm only gonna tune 3 strings because you guys get the gist of it, I'm sure. So here it is. We are on the tuner section of it, and I'm gonna select the E string. And you can even hear it for a split second whenever you click on it. So I'm gonna hit my E string, and it's saying I'm low. So let's do that again. And I'm just gonna tune up, just like with the snark. I better stop talking. Switching strings to the A string. Wow, it's hard to do this by looking through my phone. Okay, A string. Voila, D string. Now another cool feature of this app is if you hit the tools icon, it's got a metronome in there, as well as a chord library, which I've never used, but you should check that out. You can hit that. That's 120 BPM. Turn it up. So you can practice at different speeds to practice on your speed. So this is a good tool to learn how to keep rhythm and stay in time. You can slow it down or turn it up. You can even change timing. And you have all these different time signatures to choose from. So this is a great tool for any musician. So I highly recommend getting this, even if you do get a tuner. Okay, so that's a great tool to have, even if you're gonna purchase like a snark tuner or whatever, or there's there's some more expensive tuners out there that you can get that are a bit more reliable than snark and a bit more accurate, but they do the job, and they're only 10 bucks. But either way, get that app because of the metronome on it. So that's really good to have. And tuner might break on you in a show or something like that, but you got your phone. Okay, Okay, so this is the last way I'm going to show you how to tune your guitar. So we're not going to use anything but the guitar itself. So I'm going to explain kind of the double-edged sword aspect of using this technique at the end when I'm done showing you how to do it. But let's just jump right into it. You know the order of the strings. Okay, so we're going to tune all these strings to the top one here. So we're going to start on the 5th fret on the E string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're using an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar, there should be a dot right here. It should be the 2nd dot on the fretboard. There's one at 3, one at 5, but on classicals it's not very common. So a little pressure there, press on the 5th fret and hit it. Now the string below at the A string, we're just going to hit open. Oh, that one's actually kind of in tune. But let's say it wasn't. I'm going to tune it down. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hold that 5th string and then hit the open one and then tune up. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move down a string. We're going to go to the A string and repeat the exact same process. Hit the 5th and then hit open below that, and we're going to tune that open string to the 5th on the A string. So here we go. Now we're a little sharp. Need to go down. There we go, we're in tune. Same process. We're going to hit the 5th fret on the D string, hit open below that on the G. Oops, went the wrong way. There it is. You're going to find as you're tuning, especially like this, that as you get close to your target, there's going to be vibrations in the string that you can audibly hear. And it's going to kind of sound like as you're tuning the knob up or down, it's going to sound like a va 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 va, and it's going to speed up or slow down if you get further or closer away. And the closer you get to your target, it's going to slow down. So it's going to sound like this. Va 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 va. And then once it's just a constant one single note, you're right on the money. Let's see if you can hear that again. I'm going to tune down and then tune up. Can you hear the vibrations? Da, 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 da. Now I'm going to tune up. Try and listen for it. Do that again. Try and listen for it. One more time. Here we go. And once it's smooth sailing, you know you're on the money. Sounds good. Okay, we're going to repeat the same kind of process, holding down a fret and hitting open below it, but this time when we go down a string, we're going to go down to the 4th fret on the G string, okay? So it's 4th on the G and then open below that. Same process. Sounds good? Now when we move down a string again, we're going to go back to the 5th. Okay, so 5th on the B, open E. That one was kind of good. Sharp. Still sharp a little. And as I get closer and closer, I'm listening to those vibrations to make sure it's not alternating really fast, but that it's smooth. Let's hear a G chord, see how it sounds. That last string. That's better. Okay, so it sounds like we're in tune, but here's the issue I'm going to tell you about this. I don't know if, well, let's use my snark to see if I was on or off. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. All right. So I'm going to click the little button to turn it on. So I'm going to hit the top string to see what key I'm in. really flat. I'm not on that E mark like I should be. So even though our guitar is in standard tuning, it's set out like a standard tuned guitar. I can play and solo in my scales and stuff, but we're not in key. So even though you can tune everything to the top string, you need to make sure that that top string is the key you want to be in, because the last thing you want is when you get to, you know, with a group of guys or whatever, and you start to play, but you're in the wrong tuning, so you got to tune everything up again. So tuning, like I just showed you, is a great tool, but you need to make sure you're in the right key. So that's where a tuner like Guitar Tuna or this little snark comes in handy. So and also, if you're just home alone, you don't have to be in the key of E. If you're just gonna hop on the couch and mess around, try to make something up, you can always tune later, you know, before you record that song, before you know, play with your friends or whatever. So you don't have to be in tune if you're just home alone and you just want, you know, everything tuned in the shape of a standard guitar. That's fine. But that's something to be aware of should you decide to do that. So there it is. Those are 3 ways to tune your guitar. You got your Snark Tuner, Guitar Tuna app, and just doing it on your own. But there's a catch to that, which you learned. So I hope that helps. We're gonna keep doing more beginner stuff like this before we move into more advanced things. So thank you so much, guys. Like my video, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much.